For the fellas out there that are watching, this is really important. I think you should know this right now. If you start dressing like him and you get your money right like me, you will be dripping in spicy senoritas. What's up, peeps? This is Todd, and welcome back to my show. Today I have a very special guest, a man by the name of Rashad Little, and he is here today to talk to you guys about how to build a brand on Instagram. So, welcome, Rashad.
How you guys doing? Like you said, my name is Rashad Little. On social media, I go by Mr. Little, MRRLITTLE. And as he said, I do social media. I'm an influencer. I work with different brands on content creation. And I'm based here in Seattle, same as Todd. So
that's right. Now, so we actually met because Rashad was looking for some places to live, and I had some houses. That's how we started talking. And I think when we met, if I remember correctly, you had like 3,000, maybe 5,000 followers on Instagram.
Maybe.
And now you're over 50,000 followers, and it's been what, like?
Probably about a year.
A year?
Yeah.
Okay, so talk about that. How did you get 50,000 followers on Instagram in a year and a half? That is crazy.
Well, the first thing is consistency. I stuck to it. I continued to post content. For those who don't know me, I'm in the fashion niche. So I just continued to post content, quality content. And I wanted to have a bigger following. So I kept that in mind. That was my intent. My intent was to build a big following so that I could help as many men as possible, so that I can, have as much reach as possible, work with different brands. So I just never lost sight of the vision. And yeah, 50K. We made it there. It's crazy. It's crazy to say that, but yeah.
That is awesome. Congratulations. So yeah, just to give you guys perspective, so Rashad does men's fashion. So you're basically a men's fashion influencer, enthusiast. Like, how is that the niche, or why did you go for that? Or is it just something you've always been into? Because you're a very well-dressed man. You got the Henley. You got, by the way, how am I doing? I got the jacket. I threw this on for you, dude. I threw this on for you. We both got the black watches too. Yeah. I saw that watch when you came in.
Black watch. Absolutely.
All right, so have we both got some white ass teeth? Yeah. Okay. So tell us about that. Where did this come from? The fashion. Is this something you've always been into, or what's been that story there?
So the name Mr. Little actually comes from when I was a kid. My mom used to always dress me up, tuck my shirt in, keep me suited and booted. And when I used to go around to my daycare and just different places, they used to be like, "Oh, look at Mr. Little. He's dressed like a little man." And just throughout the years, I kind of went up and down with fashion. I was like into urban fashion. I was into dapper, kind of a cross between which I kind of do now. It just always stuck with me. My mom's heavy into fashion. She's more like high fashion, Louis Vuitton. I'm more like, everyday casual fashion. Doesn't matter what brand it is. It's all about the fit kind of fashion. So, just throughout life, it's always been something that stuck with me. And I decided one day, hey, I want to turn this into like a brand. So.
Dude, that is killer. And I do know, because we definitely want to talk about this, you are about to launch a brand new clothing line.
I am.
That is so cool. I mean, because you started on Instagram, you were working a normal, job, right? Like a normal day job. Yeah. You're growing this brand, and now you're starting your own clothing line. Mm-hmm. We got to throw these stickers out. Here, I'll get one for you. This is the brand. Yeah. You're going to have some t-shirts coming out pretty soon.
It's called Loveism. Mm-hmm.
Loveism. I love that, man. That's awesome. So how did that start? You got so much traction on Instagram, you thought, man, I want to sell my own clothes.
Yeah, so I honestly thought I was still about a year away from starting a clothing brand, and the George Floyd thing happened, and I had another idea for a clothing brand that was completely different from this, but I just feel like this is such a necessity. I feel like the world needs more love. I feel like we need more of that lifestyle, not necessarily the emotional kind of love, but just looking out for one another. Honestly, just being a kind-hearted, good person, you know what I mean? And just keeping that in mind every day. So this is also an extension of me as well. I always like to say I like to spread love and just be willing to help and do what needs to be done at whatever point in time. So that's where this brand came from. It was really sparked and motivated by everything that happened with George Floyd. And then also just the way I live my life every day. I was like, I think this is something that the world needs.
That is awesome. Yeah. So your whole message is you want to just everybody take care of each other. We're all human beings.
Absolutely.
Just let's stop the hate, let's stop the violence. Just I'm down with that.
Absolutely. And I mean, of course, that's that's a very hard task. But you got to start somewhere. You got to start spreading the message. I feel like this is my part that I can do in spreading this message, so I want to use my platform to do that.
That is awesome. You know, it's interesting for me because I'm in the personal finance niche, so, you know, different than fashion. But I see, just because of my niche, I see so much inequality. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening right now, man. So I love that you're doing this. I think it's so awesome. And yeah, we need more people like you. So that's very cool. But so do you have any tips or advice to people at home who maybe are working that 9-to-5 grind, who want to start their own clothing brand or Instagram, or even if it's not that, just anything they want to do that they're passionate about? How do they do that, and how do they get it so that can pay the bills? Because that's the money part. Like that's tough.
Absolutely. Well, first, do not quit your 9 to 5. Okay, keep your 9 to 5 because that's what's gonna help you fund and drive everything else you're doing on the side. Okay, so keep your 9 to 5, even though you may hate it. It's gonna give you that revenue that you need to just funnel it elsewhere. Number 2 is, what is your intent behind why you want to do that? Like I mentioned before in the beginning, I wanted to help men. I was helped by a lot of men teaching men's fashion. Alpha M, we all know the fashion gurus on YouTube, and I was like, I want to start helping men as well. So the intent was to help people, not to like make money. You get what I'm saying? And then the third thing I would say is, especially if you're doing social media, like, what is your niche? And with that, who's your target audience? Like, are you going to be in the fashion, makeup, clothing, trying to think of some other things, music? Like, you got to pick a niche. You got to pick something that you can stick to and be consistent with. And that could be like a blogger. If you want to be like you see like the motivation pages. Totally. You could be like a blogger and grow your Instagram page or what have you. But you got to pick a niche, and you got to understand who you're trying to target. What people do you want to follow you, and who do you want to follow? Don't quit your day job.
Yeah. Get your business off the ground.
Get it up and going.
So how far away are you from being able to like walk away from any sort of 9 to 5, or do you even want to do that? Is this something you want to keep doing on the side, or do you want to be at your full-time thing eventually?
Well, see, the thing is, my 9 to 5 is content creating for brands, so it's actually kind of incorporated with what I do. So I definitely don't want to walk away from that anytime soon. But with the clothing brand, with my e-course just launching, teaching people how to use Instagram, with some coaching in the future, social media coaching, also personal development coaching coming along, I would say within the next year, I would definitely be complete. Like, I will be dependent on myself. I won't be dependent on anything else.
That's awesome.
Or just independent, I should say.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. And so this mission to help young men with fashion, is that like a confidence thing, that you professionalism? Because I know, like, you know, a lot of young men don't have a lot of role models, unfortunately. Right. And so to be professional, to look good, to feel good, to have that confidence, is that pretty much where this drove from? Is confidence, I think, is such a big part of success. Like, I am borderline like delusional with how confident that I am, but because of that just like unwavering level of confidence, I feel like I can go do whatever I want. I can just conquer the world. And I know you're a confident man too.
Absolutely. The confidence thing, and I'll just talk about the image thing of what I do. I was in the military, and they used to beat into our heads, perception is reality, right? So if you have a gentleman who walks up and he doesn't look put together, he doesn't smell good, he doesn't look like he took a shower, and maybe, you know, he has the skills, but you may not want this person representing your company. But then you have someone who walks up who's well-dressed, who smells good, who conducts himself in the right manner, who's confident. You can be like, well, maybe they have the skills or they don't, but you'll be like, I could work with this guy because he has the intangibles. He cares about how he carries himself. That goes a long way. And that goes through everything. That goes with women, that goes with your job, that goes with just your social life, meeting friends. I believe if you take care of your image, it's just gonna be positive for everything else. So,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And for the fellas out there that are watching, this is really important. I think you should know this right now. If you start dressing like him and you get your money right like me, you will be dripping in spicy senoritas.
That's honestly that's like the goal, right? That's the goal, is to have the image and have the money, and if you want to have the ladies as well, you know. But they go hand in hand, you know. If you have the money, you want to get the image right. You have the image, you don't want to have the image and just walk around looking good, but you don't have anything to offer. Right. You know, build that total value, become that high value male, and that's when we come together and we get you together. You know, coaching coming soon. help you guys get right.
That's right. He is helping young men all over America, probably all over the world. It's online.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that is absolutely awesome. Well, I don't want to make this video any longer than it needs to be, but it was awesome having you on. Is there any last thing that you want to say to the good people of YouTube before we wrap up for the day?
Absolutely. I always keep in mind the 3 C's when it comes to social media, in particular Instagram. Content, consistency, and collaborations. You want to post quality content, you want to post it consistently, and you want to collaborate with others. And I believe that's the recipe for success if you want to be successful on a place like Instagram. So that would be my last message. And thanks for having me on, Todd. This is fun.
Hell yeah.
I hope you guys really took some valuable information from this.
The 3 C's. I'll remember that because I'm a baby when it comes to Instagram. I just got to 2,000 followers.
There we go.
Yeah.
You met me at that point, so it's only up from here, man.
That's right. Thanks again, Rashad, for coming on, and I will make sure to link to Rashad's Instagram in the description below. So go follow him, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.